Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Jennifer Glatzhofer, but you can call me Jen. I'm a singer and a voice teacher, and yes, I'm holding the microphone today because there is no other reason other than I need to update stuff. But also, I've seen people do this and it's quite cool. I don't know if it's going to be cool or if I'm going to be moving my hands around too much that then it becomes very annoying for me. But we'll see today, okay? If you've clicked on this video, then you are probably waiting for me to get to the main part of the video, which is me reacting to and breaking down EJAE from K-pop Demon Hunters, the voice of Rumi, with her new song, In Another World. And just so we're all on the same page, this is a reaction and an analysis video, so I will be pausing and talking about the vocals. If you'd rather watch the full video uninterrupted, that's not what's going to happen here, so click somewhere else. Equally, I've left the link to the original video in the description below. Did you know that I watched the entire movie of K-pop Demon Hunters, and you can watch the unedited version of that over on my Patreon? Go and check it out. The link is in the description below. There's lots of fun things going on over there as well anyway, so seriously, just go check it out. And I have recently reacted and broken down their live performance of Bolden as well. But today we're not doing that. We are listening to EJAE as her own artist, her own voice, in Another World. I am so excited. If you're sat there bobbing to this song that's currently playing in the background, correct, it's one of my own songs, so you should be. Go and check out my debut album that was released this year. It is called Echo. It is out everywhere. Please go and listen to it and stream it. Add your favorite songs to playlists. And remember that you can purchase a vinyl record. I can sign it for you if that's something that you want as well. Or if you don't have a record player, please support by purchasing the digital download. This can be found either on my merch site or my Bandcamp page. Again, the links are in the description below. And without further ado, let's get to the main part of the video.
I was thinking about space and not the one between us, where we can take 1,000 worries and leave them there. Nothing falls, nothing fades, nothing withers away. I was thinking about space and not the one between us.
Ooh, okay, really interesting opening. Okay, yeah, so we just hear EJAE's vocals and piano. We're feeling ballad, we're feeling very just connected to her. It feels very raw, and I love that we're hearing soft crackles in her voice. I can't remember if obviously I've heard K-pop Demon Hunters songs, so that is the only kind of part of EJAE's vocals that I've heard, but I did hear, again, I can't remember where, if I read it somewhere or it was in the comments or I listened to something, that she doesn't have a typical kind of setting voice for K-pop singers. It's a little bit lower than where typical K-pop artists sit. And I love that we are hearing her truth here. We hear it in Bolden anyway, but I don't really want to talk about too much of K-pop Demon Hunters here because that's not what we're about. I want to just talk about her vocals in this new original song. But I love how it's just, we're in this lower part of her vocals. It seems there's vocal fry added to it, this kind of crackle up to a note. I'll pinpoint it a little bit more. Let's just go back to the beginning because she's doing really lovely things with her breath and like such lovely breath control throughout. There's some strings as well.
I was thinking about space and not the one between us.
And lyrically, we had this line repeated later on. I was thinking about space. I'm doing it like way too much there, but that's the vocal fry. Every time we hear that kind of crackle, that is the vocal fry, and that's the lowest point of our vocal folds making contact. We're very, very relaxed, and then we find the thicker folds, and then we find the I just love how there's this constant breath throughout it.
Thinking about space and not the one between us.
And that vibrato there is beautiful.
Where we can take 1,000 worries and leave them there.
Actually, that part as well. Leave them there. Even though da da da, like if we were full, hey da hey, that's the top note there, way within our in our chest voice. We're not too high, hey, but she's applying a lot of breath through there, so the vocal folds aren't connecting all the way through. We are allowing space through the vocal folds to get the breath through, and really just lightening that quality. This is why sometimes the term falsetto can be a bit confusing, because we associate falsetto with our head voice or upper register, but she's bringing a falsetto technique down here. Leave them there, them there. Actually, I would argue with myself, because I'm the only one talking, that is just a softer kind of quality there. But we can bring a falsetto down.
Take a dozen worries and leave them there.
Yeah, it's slightly breathy.
Nothing falls, nothing fades, nothing
And there's falsetto.
Whoa. I was thinking about space and not the one between.
Yeah, it's like a full circle lyrically.
Maybe in another world where I own that I'm jealous and I did some damage to us. Maybe we will never know, 'cause the truth is on silent, but our egos are talking loud. You hear where it hurts.
Oh, this is really, really lovely. There are so many lovely moments of it feels very relaxed, like she's speaking. Range-wise, we haven't gone that high, so I love how she's really just taking her time building, showing her audience, who mainly have known her from her work with K-pop Demon Hunters, hey, this is my voice down here, and it's so beautifully rich. It's lovely. There's still a little element of breath through this section of the song, keeping that quite consistent, but what I love is this added vibrato every so often. It's really, really lovely and clear. But straight tone there though. Yeah, the to us, and it kind of closes there. I know I just stopped really soon, but it's just really nice because every time she goes lower, we feel a little bit more thicker. Now we're getting a little bit more fuller sound in there, so we're making use of the full vocal fold closure. But as we go higher, it's still a little bit more breathy, a bit more lighter there.
Listen, I did some damage to us. Maybe we will never know, 'cause the truth is on silent, but our egos are talking loud. You hear where it hurts, 'cause I gave you the bullets. Maybe in another world.
Nice. I love the visuals of the like sheet music around the piano, like perfect circle around her playing. And again, similar to the opening, nothing has changed instrumental wise, so it's really just allowing us to hear every single detail that she wants to show us within her vocals. I love the kind of da da da, like I can't remember the melody, we're gonna have to go back, but da, really, really breathy. As we get higher, I've mentioned before, the vocal folds are getting thinner and it's easier for breath to come through. Sometimes we want to work and get that fuller and get a little bit more of a mixier kind of quality, because we're mixing qualities together to get a full sound. Sometimes we want to let it be breathy, and that's what she's doing here. It's beautiful. It's showing a lot of her vulnerability, but a lot of that control as well, swapping between the two, thickness and thinness, and breath quality and non-quality.
You hear where it hurts, 'cause I gave you the bullets.
And as she returns back down, it's lovely.
Maybe in another world.
And there's straight tone and then in vibrato.
Swear there's a world you dealt with your things, I dealt with my things. Know there's a place when we're offbeat, we're finally in sync, where I feel okay and I feel no pain, and all my resentment got nothing to say.
Ooh.
Before everything changed.
Lovely, yeah. We're hearing constant vocal fry through it. I think there was like other vocal tracks layered there, because sometimes I could hear a whispery kind of voice right here. Sometimes maybe they're double, just to kind of have a little bit more of an effect on one of the vocal layers, adding some great, post edit to it. What was also really nice is as we get higher, it's a bit more spoken, rhythmically spoken, I should say, this section. Still in the similar kind of territory with the first verse though. But what she is doing differently, as we're getting a little bit higher, we're remaining a bit fuller, and there's a bit more of this twang in her voice. Twang's really helpful as we're getting higher to not rely on reaching up with the thick folds, and actually increasing our twang, which is the narrowing of the area just above our vocal folds, the area epiglottis sphincter, or AES for short. When we narrow that, it becomes a little bit brighter. We're getting a little bit more forward with that sound rather than maybe sunken back, and it's really helping us direct this certain section of the song.
Finally in sync, where I feel okay and I feel no pain, and all my resentment got nothing to say.
Beautiful riff.
Before everything changed. Maybe in another world where I own that I'm jealous and I did some damage to us. Maybe we will never know, cause the truth is on silent, but our egos are talking loud.
I love it. Egos are talking loud, like straight on vibrato. When she mentions about, she says the word world, which you heard at the end of the first chorus. It was a beautiful straight tone, and then we invited that vibrato. But sometimes here she's going straight onto the vibrato. Just decorates the words differently, and it's something different to the ear as well as we're hearing this section of the song. There's also this kind of dum 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 beat going on in the background. It's kind of heartbeat-esque.
I did some damage to us. Maybe we will never know, cause the truth is on silent, but our egos are talking loud.
Yeah, truth is actually straight tone.
You hear where it hurts, cause I gave you the bullets.
Okay, let's just talk about this part. I know it was a quick stop there, but da 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 da. Last time we went a lot breathier at the top. So here she's beautifully showing, okay, we're going to do it breathier the first chorus, and a bit more fuller sounding in the second chorus. This is someone who knows their instrument, knows what they need to do in order to get a bit more fuller without reaching up, because it is in an area of a voice. Da da. It's actually still in our pure thick folds. I don't think we're even to the first passage there. The first passage, or let me tell you, the first passage or the first passaggio is where the vocal folds want to go from thick to thin really quickly. So if you've been singing by yourself and you've heard that the Tarzan moment that just happens without being able to control it, that is the first passaggio. We can strengthen this area to make it seem like it's one full voice. Some people it's a little bit easier to do, some people find it a bit more challenging, but this is where this mixed voice comes from. And it's a bit of a it can be a little bit of a confusing thing, because there is not one type of mixed voice. Mixing means we can mix different elements, more of one thing, less of the other, vice versa, 50-50, whatever you want. So it's not just one kind of sound. It's about blending qualities to create the timbre, the tone that we're after. Anyway, what note are we on here? Da, da. That's an A4. I think that's the highest that we got here. So before, when we were going a little bit thinner, the vocal folds aren't even naturally going thinner. So this is a great example of, hey, technically, by the rules of singing, we are kind of in a mixed quality voice because we're blending things together. Da, da, hey! It should be like the top part of our chest voice. So we're in an area where we maybe don't talk often, but we can still remain thick. It's before that kind of flip part wants to happen, the passaggio in our voice. So the fact that EJ has softened it up before means that she's doing something different to what her voice naturally wants to do. In this section here, she doesn't want to be reaching up, but we're remaining lovely and thick. It's just a lot more consistent, the overall quality. Yeah, let's go back. It's beautiful.
But our egos are talking loud. You hear where it hurts, cause I gave you the bullet.
Yeah, it's just lovely and connected.
Maybe in another world.
Beautiful soft control here. Oh, yes.
Where I own that I'm jealous and I did some damage to us. Maybe we will never know, cause the truth is on silent, but our egos are talking loud. Yeah.
Okay, let's just... Beautiful. So it's interesting how we just, we had the same kind of pitch as before, but now... We can hear that we're higher, right? So we have jumped up an octave before. When we were singing and our ego is, all that was on an E4, da 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 da, which is just in our chest voice. Now, da, we're hitting an E5. Notice how it doesn't have the same thickness and heaviness, because we've gone through that first passage, as we mentioned before. We've gone through that part where the voice might want to flip, but obviously the more we strengthen it, the more we work on it, the more we can kind of disguise and work with our voice rather than against it. Yeah, here we are a lot lighter. There's a lot of resistance in her vocal folds. We know that the vocal folds are thinning out as we get higher, and we just want to work a little bit more to keep them nice and connected.
Maybe in another world where all that I'm jealous and I did some damage to us. Maybe we will never know, 'cause the truth is all silent, but our egos are talking loud.
I'm gonna stop at the same place. There's a little bit of this kind of huskiness to her voice, which is really, really nice. Just quickly going back to what we do know her from at this moment in time, or where I know her from at this moment in time, everything was really clean, clear cut. Obviously, the character was going through her own battles, but hearing her now, this is her own voice. I love that it's got this edge to it. It's got this rawness to it, and it's really, really beautiful. Yes, we can hear some things that have happened post-edit, but just talking about the quality of her voice, I love that that's coming through. She's not pushing for this loud sound up at the top. She's achieving a lovely connected sound at the top, a lovely full sound at the top, and then that volume's coming through, which is something that twang helps as well. Something else that's really happening, she's really controlling lovely here, is her vowel shapes. And another world, I'm in an octave below. World. She's not like spreading too much. What? She's really going on this kind of vowel. Even truth, again, up on an E5, truth and ego, just opening. If we're a little bit closed, it can feel like maybe we have to reach up. So if you're wanting to sing this song or sing songs in a similar range and you feel like, why am I reaching? Okay, let me just drop the jaw. Let me just keep a little bit narrow first to see how that feels. Slowly, it'll come.
The truth is all silent, but our egos are talking loud.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe in another world.
Beautiful. Okay, here, it's actually quite nice that, range-wise, it's very similar to what we've heard actually before. We started low, the song built, up to an A5 up there, but really, really thin, really going into a head-dominant space. Again, there is not one mix. We are mixing things to achieve the timbre tone that we want, the outcome that we want for that part of the song. Here we're going really head dominant. It's a lot thinner. We're going a lot lighter. It doesn't have this kind of extended call feel. It has more of a thin quality. Beautifully connected though, beautiful and beautiful jumps as well. And as we return back down here, I love how we are returning and regaining strength with our thicker folds, making sure that all of the contact of the thicker folds are coming together. Yeah.
Maybe in another world.
You can hear how that's different from the beginning of that word.
I was thinking about space and not the one between us.
Nice. A return back to the first opening line. Oh, it was really cool having the younger, I'm assuming it's EJAE when she was younger, but the visuals from there, because it was interesting as well. We only actually saw her face when we jumped up that octave. Before, we only kind of saw her face when the old clips from her childhood were shown, but when we got up the octave, it kind of, her face was actually shown, and even there, just everything kind of ties, the piano playing, beautiful showcase of her song as an artist herself, right? Not playing a character that she's like, hey, this is me, this is my voice, and I could do all these amazing things. Step back, sit down. I've got lots to say. And it's wonderful. I really, really enjoyed it. Well, I am very much looking forward to what else EJAE brings out. I'm loving this. It's really nice. It's kind of I hadn't obviously heard of her until K-pop Demon Hunters, but now we're kind of rooting for her. I want to hear more. I want to hear more of her as well. Her as her own artist rather than a character. So it's really exciting. Beautiful song as well, beautiful build, and really just lovely, simple kind of visuals as well to complement this beautiful ballad. Thank you very much for watching this reaction and analysis video. If you did enjoy it, please go and hit that subscribe button, the bell button, and the thumbs up button. Remember to check out my own music over on Spotify or wherever you listen to music. You can of course purchase a vinyl record or a digital download. So thank you so much to everyone who has supported. There may be more along the way. Have a lovely rest of your day, and I'll see you soon. Bye.